There is a new intelligence warning that Russia is interfering again in a U.S. presidential election, partly to improve Mr. Trump's 2020 re-election chances. Now, this news is bringing a denial from the Kremlin and fury from President Trump. CBS News has confirmed that last week, U.S. intelligence officials briefed lawmakers about new Russian meddling efforts.
One senior administration official told CBS News the president, quote, blew his stack when he learned that the House committee, including top Democrats, had been briefed. This week, the president removed his acting director of national intelligence, the official overseeing the nation's 17 spy agencies. Paula Reid's at the White House. Paula, what are sources telling you about the White House reaction to the briefings?
Good morning, Anthony. I am told the president was furious that Maguire allowed one of his subordinates to brief House lawmakers on this intelligence that allegedly suggests that Russia favors Trump in 2020. I'm told the president is concerned that this could be weaponized against him in the general election. Now, Democrats are calling for more hearings, while Republicans are questioning the strength of this intelligence.
With your help this November, we are going to defeat the radical Democrats.
At a campaign rally in Colorado, President Trump ignored reports that Russia was trying to help him get reelected. Multiple sources tell CBS News that intelligence officials warned lawmakers and the White House that Russians are continuing their efforts to interfere in the 2020 election. A senior administration official tells CBS News the president repeatedly called it bull and complained that the information could be used against him by Democrats. Like Adam Schiff, the House Intelligence Chairman who led the president's impeachment case, weighed in, tweeting, "The president is again jeopardizing our efforts to stop foreign meddling." But Republican officials challenged the depth, credibility, and scope of the evidence.
Everybody was talking about how the new thing is, oh, they're back to Russia again. Nobody's going to believe this garbage.
Echoing the same attacks President Trump has launched for 2 years.
Russia, Russia, Russia nonsense. All scams.
President Trump has repeatedly challenged his own intelligence officials and instead sided with Russia.
I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
Just this month, his own FBI director, Christopher Wray, warned Russia is still intent on interfering in U.S. elections.
We certainly are seeing and have never stopped seeing, really, since 2016, efforts to engage in malign foreign influence by the Russians.
CBS News has learned the president was furious that his acting director of intelligence, Joseph Maguire, allowed the briefing without Mr. Trump's knowledge. On Wednesday, the president announced Maguire would be replaced with U.S. Ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell. The choice was blasted by Democrats like Jim Himes.
A man with zero intelligence experience to sit atop the intelligence community of the United States.
White House officials insist that Maguire's ousting was merely coincidental. They also say that Grenell's appointment is merely temporary. Last night, President Trump said he will soon name a permanent director. One name that's been floated is Representative Doug Collins of Georgia. He's one of the president's most ardent supporters, but this morning he said he's not interested. Anthony?
Paula, Roger Stone, a longtime associate of President Trump, was sentenced yesterday. How is Mr. Trump responding to that sentencing?
Well, Anthony, we know the president has a vested interest in this case. Yesterday, Stone was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison, but he still left the courthouse with a big smile on his face because he remains a free man while he continues to fight for a new trial. Now, the judge overseeing his case has been targeted by President Trump on Twitter. She reminded folks yesterday that Stone was prosecuted for covering up for the president. She also called Stone's actions a threat to democracy. But shortly after the sentencing, President Trump signaled he may be open to pardoning his longtime friend, though he said he would prefer that Stone be exonerated through the formal appeals process. Though, based on the evidence presented at trial, that seems unlikely. Anthony?
All right, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.